Okay friends, today I'm going to show you how I make my chicken and dumplings for our Saturday night family dinners. And mine is really easy because I partially, got it all ready the other day. I boiled up my chicken and deboned it and put my broth together, so all I got to do, and this is beautiful gelled. Actually, I'm going to take some of that fat off there because see how that is? I don't need all that fat on there, but a little bit will be good for flavor. So let me scrape a little bit of that off there. Okay, and you will see all this beautiful gel in there. Look at all that gorgeous gel. So we're going to put that all down in there. Beautiful. Alright, this one doesn't have much fat on it, so I'm just going to put it all in there because a little bit will flavor it. I don't want it swimming in it though. Okay, oh, that broth smells wonderful. It's all gelled. And you know when it's gelled like this, you could take it literally. You could take this, let me show you here. Get the fat off there. You could take the gel like that, put it in your dehydrator, and make a wonderful powder out of it. It would turn out fantastic. I've done it many, many times. Okay. Okay, so we got all that in there. I'm sorry for the noise. I also got all my beautiful chicken here that I already cooked up, and I deboned it the other day just so things would be easy today for me. Now all I got to do is put it together. Okay, so I got that set in there. Now, I'm going to just mix this around a little bit and break this chicken up some. Okay, I think you can see it. Maybe not. Let's move you over here so you can see it. Yeah. See, I got that. I'm going to turn my burner on. And I'm just going to let that all heat up and all that broth melt down into nice liquid. And then when it gets to that point, I'll bring you back and I'll show you how I put this wonderful chicken and dumplings together. Okay friends, see how that has melted down into a beautiful, beautiful broth. Alright, now this is what I'm going to do. I've got that gorgeous broth in there, and I'm going to fill this baby up with water. Okay, that will be good. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to put a little more in there, but for right now I'm not gonna. Now I'm going to take and I'm going to put a good handful of my parsley in there. I'm going to put probably a good half tablespoon of garlic. I can't do that with my onion powder because it sticks to me. A couple good teaspoons of onion powder. A little fresh cracked pepper. A lot of fresh cracked pepper. Pepper is good. Oh, that smells wonderful. A little bit of salt in there. Alright. Now I think that'll be okay. And once that gets heated up a little more, I'll just give it a taste. Because you want to season it, season to your taste. I'm going to also put a little bit more water in there before I put the lid on and let it get nice and hot. Because I want it good and hot and bubbling when I put the dumplings in there. So, as soon as I get this all set, I'll bring you back and show you how I put my dumplings together. But I left you too soon. I do want to put, a lot of people don't do this, but I put just a little bit of, I don't want the bean in there, my dehydrated veggies. I'll put a little bit of them in there. That way I can get about a good handful, and that's it. I don't want too many. And then that way I can get the veggies down to grandkids. And then they love that. So that's it. Just a little dot of veggies. You do not have to add those. This is how I do it. Okay? So that's good. I'm going to put the lid on that and let that come up to a boil. And we'll get ready to do our dumplings. Okay, friends. There we go. Look at that. Now that it's getting nice and hot and all mixed in and all that broth dissolved into there, I'm going to give it a taste because I seasoned it and I want to make sure that it doesn't need anything else. Oh, that's fantastic. And that is perfect. It doesn't need anything else. Alright, so we're going to do our dumplings. Okay, friends, this is really easy to do. I use, mine is so easy because I use my homemade Bisquick mix. Very, very, very easy. So, this is how I do it. Remember, it's not a how-to, it's a how I do. Okay, I'm going to use all that there. Now, if you run a little low, you can always mix, for those of you who make your own, because I do have a video for that, and I'll put a link to that video up here. But if you run a little low, you can always mix equal parts of flour and the Bisquick mix, and it'll work out fine. So, okay, I've got that. Now I'm going to, let's see. Okay, we're just going to mix. I'll mix about a cup of milk in with this for right now. I'm hoping you can see that, okay, on the other side of my pan. Okay, got that all nice moist. Now, I do mine rolled. Some people want to take theirs and just drop them in there. I actually roll mine and cut them up. And I do need a little more milk in there. I don't want it real wet, but I don't want it this crumbly. So I really can't tell you measurements and how much I got in here. It just goes by how many you need to make. And you just make your dough so that, you can see how it kind of comes together there. That's pretty much what you want. And see, it doesn't make too much of a mess out of your hands. So we're going to finish mixing this up. Okay. That. Alright, so I'm going to take a little bit, because I'm not going to take all of it. I don't like a great big mess on my counter. So I'm going to take a little bit of this, put it on my counter here, flour my hands up a little bit, flour the top, okay. Alright, now we are going to do this, and we're going to roll this out. And I just do this a little at a time, okay. I want them nice and thick, because that's how my family likes them. About like that. And see, I just use this little cookie cutter here. Line them up over here, because I pour them all into my pan pretty much at the same time. This is all I do, friends. I just keep going until I get them all rolled out and cut out, and then I'll put them in there. I'm making some thicker, some thinner. That's just the way they like them. They're good that way. Okay, friends, see that boiling away. She's going to start dumping these in there because I'm still cutting out a little more of these.
Drop them in?
Just drop them in. And they sink, and then we can turn that down just a little. When they start floating, you know they're done. And then if it needs any, because the flour from these tend to thicken it up a little, but if it needs to be a little thicker, then I just do a cornstarch slurry and put that in there. These are going to be good. They smell good, don't they?
Yeah. I'm going to dip into it right now.
You want to get your share before anybody else does?
Mm-hmm. 3/4 of the dumplings.
Yeah, you know, fight over it. See them how they're starting to float? Oh, here, turn that camera. See, aim it. I'll go down with it. There you go. Now they can see how they're starting to float there. When they start floating, you know they're done. Let's see, I gotta put this together and I can roll this one out a little bit more. Remember the time I made them out of those great big flowers?
Yeah.
They were huge.
2 dumplings and you were full.
I know.
I love this, Mom.
This is great, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's awesome. Here is that. There you go.
What am I supposed to do with that?
Just give them
We got one right here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see that one. I thought I put that in the sink. It's clean still. Okay, we got a couple more here. Throw that one in there. See, it gets thick, but it needs to be just a little bit thicker. Oh, that's a good thick one. That one might take a minute. Dump down in there. That's all I do is I just push it down.
Look at those plump little things.
Oh,
Nom nom nom.
Yeah. Okay, so here I got this. I got a couple more here. And my bowl is empty. One. We'll just make this one into a
Makeshift.
yeah. There we go.
Throw it in there. Call it good.
All right, so we're just gonna. We'll put the. Ooh, those look beautiful. We're just gonna put the lid on those
And let it simmer.
and let it simmer away. We got it turned down. And we'll be back when I get ready to thicken it, if I need to thicken it. Friends, this you can see is beautiful. Look at those. Look at how nice those look. And Susie gave it a test taste. It's perfectly seasoned. Absolutely wonderful. Now, it does need to be thickened up some. See, it's a little thicker, but it needs to be a little more. So I'm just going to do this. I just take a couple good tablespoons of cornstarch. Just like so. Make a little slurry here. Okay, I just pour it in there and just stir it up and see how nice that gets. See how nice and thick that's getting? And those dumplings are distributing beautiful. Okay, now that is just going to sit there and simmer. I'm going to turn it on low until dinner because basically it's done. At this point, you can go ahead and eat it. But we're not ready for dinner quite yet. So, I'm just, oh yes we are. I'm just going to let it simmer there until we get everything around. And I hope you all give it a try because you'll love it. It is very good. And thanks for watching.